Persona 5 is a JRPG released by Atlus in the year 2017 for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3, and only for the PS4 and PS3. I'm looking at you, King Goomba. Persona 5 was massive when it came out. It was massive enough to be the first DLC character for Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's honestly insane. And it became the highest grossing title for Atlus as a whole. As the years have passed, people have started to switch up on the game. People still love the game, of course, but more and more people are starting to call it overrated. And I want to give my perspective on this divisive game. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's begin the review. We interrupt this dumbass review to tell you that 69% of the people watching this video aren't subscribed. So if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. It would make this dumbass very happy. Now back to the video. You may have noticed that the title is an oxymoron. This is what it means for all you Persona fans out there, cause y'all definitely need to learn how to read. The title itself does not portray my feelings of the game as a whole. It's more of a commentary of the discourse around this game. Some people act like Jesus Christ himself came down and made this game, and some people swear that this game is garbage. My feelings about the game is something I'll talk about at the end, but I'm gonna be splitting this review into mainly two parts. Why Persona 5 is a masterpiece. Persona 5 is a masterpiece in three regards for me. First being its gameplay. The gameplay of Persona 5 is so smooth. The whole game has an amazing fluidity to it. Everything is so snappy and fluid. At times the game feels more like a rhythm game. Like you're just clicking the buttons to the beat of the combat. And the game is mostly the same system from Persona 3 and Persona 4. All-out attack system as I like to call it, but with one major addition. The Baton Pass. Baton Pass is a new feature of this game and is one of the major reasons what makes this game so fun to play. Really simple and snappy. If you hit an opponent's weakness, you get an opportunity to give another turn to one of your party members and possibly get an all-out attack. And Demon Negotiation is back in this game. The first time since Persona 2. In this game it's really fun. You accept the enemy's demand and answer its question according to its personalities. It definitely isn't annoying as SMT Nocturnes, and that's a massive train wreck. The main part in which the game takes place is in its palaces. And I say they're so much better than the stupid auto-generated dungeons in Persona 4 and Persona 3. They're all scripted, which makes the game so much more fun, but it takes a hit in replayability, but that's personally something I'd take over any time than the stupid pesky auto-generated tunnels. I hate them so much. But no. Persona 5 isn't free from this auto-generated bullshit in the form of Mementos. But this is a massive but. Mementos is Tartarus, but fun. Yeah, I said it. Tartarus sucks balls. It's so shit. I hate it so much. I'll eventually make a review of Persona 3 and I'll talk about it then. But Mementos is so freaking cool. We enjoy exploring Mementos with the Mementos team. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I personally enjoy it a lot. It has a sense of monotony which I really like. I know it's supposed to annoy people, but I actually really enjoy it. I'm a freak. What can I say? Persona 5's gameplay is easily its strongest asset. I haven't played another JRPG, but I lose myself in the game. That's really impressive coming from me because I'm an impatient prick when it comes to turn-based combat. I don't know why I play a lot of JRPGs, I don't know the answer myself. I know, it's weird. Now on to the second reason what makes Persona 5 a masterpiece. Its music. The Persona 5 music track has been milked to death at this point, but I don't care, it's just so good. I'm pretty weird with music as a whole. I don't like a lot of its genres, but with Persona 5, I love its acid jazz. It's like Persona 5 is a $60 album plus a game. Oh my god, I cringe so much saying that. Overused jokes aside, the music is one of the main reasons what makes this game so fun to play. The music goes from cool jazz to repetitive monotony to let's go! As I touched on before, the game feels like a rhythm game at times. You're just lost in its sweeping tracks. Like, why does everywhere I go sound so good? Majority of my playtime with this game is probably me just going to different stores and just staying there for God knows how long. Like EY store. Like, listen to this shit, it's so good. Or the nurse's store. I can't remember her name for the life of me though. Every track is so interconnected with each other. I can't think of a single bad track in the game. Persona series has amazing soundtracks. Persona 5 doesn't have my personal favorite, but it's still damn good. To the third and final reason, it's aesthetics. The aesthetics of Persona 5 are just so amazing. The game looks so cool. It's so heavily stylized and it's insane. Every little detail oozes finesse, from the amazing settings in Tokyo to the amazing settings in the palaces. Everything just feels so cohesive, yet at the same time jumbled. The black and red color scheme is just so good. It's one of my personal favorites, and it's amazing UI design. The Persona series in general is amazing at creating good atmospheres, like I've talked about in my SMT Nocturne review. Please check it out if you haven't. I'll keep the link in the description below. Setting feels realistic in a very unrealistic game, and I really like that about it. The game is about stealing people's hearts, but it somehow makes it feel real. It makes it feel very lived in, and I love that. No detail goes to waste in making Tokyo feel all too real. I love how people in the school talk behind your back and everyone sees you as some sort of delinquent, but by the end of the year, no one really cares about you anymore. Persona 5 delivers aesthetically pleasing visuals around every corner, like just look at all this shit. Look at the all-out attacks. Man, it's just so good to look at. Enough geeking, it's time for the bitching. Persona 5's characters are just not memorable for me. Most of the characters are just really forgettable, even though they're rather deep characters with a lot of trauma and a lot of other stuff going on, but the amount of annoying tropes thrown on them is just very annoying. They make me forget about the actual good parts of the characters, and there are some characters I like Ryuji, Yusuke, and Haru. Mainly Yusuke, because who doesn't like Yusuke? He's easily the most memorable and entertaining character of the game by far. Yusuke could say anything and I'd be like, yep, that's Yusuke for you. Did you know, Joker? Because your brain has no pain receptors, brain surgery is sometimes performed while the patient is awake. Huh? For real? Shut the hell up, Ryuji. But sadly, not every character is like Yusuke. There's some meh characters like An, Makoto, and Futaba. I don't dislike them, but I just don't really care about them, and that's arguably worse. I may be biased towards Persona 4's cast, but I don't get anything remembering the characters from Persona 5. And even in the social links, Persona 3 and Persona 4 have some bad social links, and some amazing ones as well. But in Persona 5, none of them really stand out to me. I like Hifumi, Iwai, and Toro, the politician, whatever his name is. But I can't help see the characters as tools rather than actual characters. The characters are not advertised for me. They're advertised for another breed of human beings. Anime fans. That's why I blame all my life shortcomings on anime fans. Now, let's talk about Akechi. I might piss off some people with this, but I don't care. Akechi is a bad character. Whoa, put your pitchforks down, let me talk. I'm not talking about Royal Akechi because I haven't played Royal. I only watched a playthrough of Royal like the Persona fan I am because I don't have a PlayStation 4. Don't worry, I actually played Persona 3 on the actual PlayStation 3. But Akechi in Persona 5 was just a jumble of character mixed into one. They tried way too hard to make him so many things at once and it just doesn't work. Like, at least for me, it was really obvious that he was the traitor. At least they kind of tried in Persona 4. Adachi was rather obvious, but Adachi is the funny man, so we let him go. And Akechi is just not that great. And I swear, if I hear another pancakes joke, I'm gonna lose it. And the villains of Persona 5 are actually kind of good. They're really stupidly evil, but it works for the game. Enough about its characters, let's talk about the other reason. The story. Persona 5's story is rather convoluted. You start as a high school kid and try to save some girl and mess with the wrong guy and get expelled from your school. And move to Tokyo and then you meet your friends and form the Phantom Thieves, where you steal the hearts of rotten adults and make them confess to their sins. Conceptually, I really dig it, but practically it falls flat. The first act of the Persona 5 is amazing. The mission feels rather personal to you, so it's really satisfying to see the downfall of this guy. But the rest of the game fails to capture its magic. In some ways, things get very overblown, and the pacing in this game is really wonky, especially from Okumura's palace. The game really starts picking up its pace and dropping bomb after bomb relentlessly without giving it any time to settle. The game really rushed towards the end from Sai's palace, and I'm personally not a big fan of yelled about being the big bad. It just seems surreal. I know it's weird complaining about surreal in a game about stealing hearts, but I just can't change what I think. Persona 4 also has the same problem. Even though it's foreshadowed, it doesn't mean it's good. If I foreshadow the fact that I'm gonna get a stomach ache from eating a stale piece of bread, it doesn't matter because I ate a stale piece of bread. That's a horrible analogy, but I don't care anymore. I might have bitched too much. Now on to the final thoughts. Persona 5 isn't a masterpiece, but isn't overrated as well. Persona 5, at least for me, is somewhere smack dab in the middle. It's a good game, even a great game if I dare say so myself, but it isn't devoid of its problems. At least for me, Persona 5 is a good game, and I feel that people have forgotten it. And I think that it's a shame. For all its faults, I just can't help but enjoy my time with it. This has been Persona 5, an overrated masterpiece. Thanks for watching.